Welcome back. We are on day 2 of the Dating Struggle series, Why You Lose Yourself When You Start Liking Someone. So, have you ever met someone that you really liked and suddenly, well, you just weren't acting like yourself anymore? That happens a lot, right? Because we start overthinking every text. We start replaying conversations in our head, and we're checking the phone way more than we want to ever admit. And somehow your whole mood starts depending on how they show up. Have you guys found that? Yeah. So if they text, you feel amazing, right? If they don't, your energy drops. We're on this constant up and down. And you're sitting there thinking, wait, what is happening to me? I was fine before this. I was fine before I met this guy. Well, this is one of the biggest dating struggles that nobody talks about enough. Losing yourself at the moment that you kind of start to care about someone. And here's the thing, it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're needy. It just means that something's gotten activated within you. Because when you meet someone that you really like, it doesn't just bring excitement, right? It brings vulnerability. And then all of a sudden, there's something to lose. Makes sense, doesn't it? And that's when your brain shifts from, do I like him? To, does he like me? And then right there, that is where we start to lose our power. Really, really tough. Okay, so let's kind of break this down for you guys to totally understand what I'm trying to get at here, and you know exactly what this looks like. So think of this. You start rearranging your schedule to suddenly be available certain dates. You hesitate to say what you really think. You analyze every little thing they say or don't say. And as we mentioned in last week's struggle, you even start to ignore red flags because you don't want to mess it up. And slowly, without even realizing it, you start abandoning yourself for the potential of something that isn't even solid yet, something that you don't even know you truly want. Okay, I want you to really hear this. The moment that you start performing to be liked, you stop being chosen for who you actually are. You're being chosen for the version of you that is trying to keep them. And that is just exhausting. You're trying to keep up with this facade of being somebody that you think they're going to like instead of somebody that you truly are. Now, let's talk about why this happens. For a lot of this tends to come from a deeper place. Maybe you learned that love had to be earned. Maybe you've been in relationships where you had to prove your worth. Or maybe you've been rejected before, and you just don't want to feel that again. There's so many reasons why we go into this little phase that we do. So when you meet someone that you actually like, your brain goes into protection mode all of a sudden. It says, don't mess this up. Be agreeable. Be easy breezy. Be whatever you need to be in order to get them to stay. But in doing that, what are you doing? You're disconnecting from yourself. That's what you're doing. And the crazy part is, that's what often creates the exact outcome that you're trying to avoid. It's wild, right? Because when you lose yourself, then you start to lose your confidence. You start to lose your boundaries that you were willing to set. You lose the energy that made you so attractive in the first place, right? That totally makes sense because you're trying so hard to be everything that you are not. And so that starts to kind of disappear. And now you become this person that you didn't even want to be in the first place and that you truly are not. So what's the shift? Instead of asking, how do I get him to like me? You need to come back to, do I actually like him? Do I feel good around him? Is he consistent? Is he showing up in a way that aligns with what I want? Because dating isn't about being chosen. It's about choosing, right? So here's what I want you to do today. Okay, the next time that you feel yourself starting to spiral, which could be today, tomorrow, next week, you could be fine for a while and then it happens, but you're going to know when it's happening. Ask yourself this question. What would I do right now if I wasn't worried about losing him? Would you still send that text you were about to send? Would you still cancel your plans that you had already set up months ago in order to be available for him? Would you stay quiet about something that bothered you because you don't want to ruffle any feathers? That question, if you ask yourself that question in the moment, it is going to bring you back to yourself instantly. Here's another one. I want you to create what I call the anchor list. Now, these are 3 things that keep you grounded in your life. Maybe it's your workouts. Maybe it's your time with your friends. Maybe it's your work. Maybe your hobbies you enjoy doing, playing pickleball, swimming, Pilates. And no matter who you're dating, those things do not move. They stay consistent because your life doesn't shrink to make space for someone new. They step into the life that you already love, right? So make sure you put those 3 things down and you keep them at a level pace. You do not change them. You do not move them to make room for this person. The right man is not going to require you to lose yourself in order to keep him, right? He's not going to make you feel like you have to perform or like you have to walk on eggshells or constantly wonder where you stand. The right man is going to meet you exactly where you are, not where you abandon yourself to be. So tell me this. Have you ever caught yourself losing who you are? Okay, so tell me this. Have you ever caught yourself losing who you are when you start liking someone? Have you done all of these things that I just talked about? Now be honest, because awareness is everything here. So tomorrow, we're going to be talking about another dating struggle that might be the reason things keep falling apart. So tomorrow, we're talking about another dating struggle that might be the reason things keep falling apart, even when it starts off great. If you want, text me. Okay, so tell me this. Have you ever caught yourself losing who you are when you start liking someone? Be honest, you guys, because awareness is everything. So be honest with yourself when you ask that question. Listen to this recording and make those adjustments and see if that helps you with the next person that comes along. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about another dating struggle that might be the reason things keep falling apart, even when it starts off great. So I hope that you're enjoying these daily struggles. I hope that they're helping even just a little bit. Comment below with the word struggle. And if you want to hear more of these daily struggles that will help you get through them. So I hope that these are helping you with these. So I hope these daily struggles are helping you to recognize patterns, things that you might be doing wrong, ways that you're abandoning yourself or changing yourself for someone else. And I want you to listen to this recording, write down your anchor list, ask yourself the questions that I'm telling you to ask, and then reevaluate. If you're enjoying these struggle series and these daily little if you are enjoying the dating struggle series, comment below with the word series, just so that I know that you are getting some valuable information from this, and I'll continue to send more help your way. All right, we'll see you next time. I'm Andrea with From Mrs. to Ms. Bye.